For SINGHA draft beer that offers desirable aroma, rich flavor, soft and mellow head, and satisfaction at every drink. Aside from SINGHA's total quality production process, the retailers, installers, and waitresses like you play an important role in the finest delivery of the best quality beer to drinkers. Today, we will find out how to prepare the quality draft beer. First thing first, what are the key equipments of draft beer? Beer cooler, a cooling system. CO2 tank, a tank that contains carbon dioxide gas. Keg, a barrel that contains draft beer. Keg coupler, a device used to open or close the keg's valve, allowing or stopping the beer flow. Beer tap, a point of dispense. Valve, a valve that regulates the beer flow. Set up the point of sale at the best service point by taking into account that it should be near the power sockets and away from heat, sunlight, moisture, or mist. Attach the beer valve to the beer tap. Install the beer tap on the bar. Assemble the python line, beer line, and circulation line of the beer tap. The python line end shall be at the beer tap thread. Carefully place the cooler below the counter at the bar. Add water into the cooler to the level at which the coil immerses. Assemble the python line, beer line, and circulation line. The end of python line shall reach the wall of the cooler. Connect the beer hose from the beer outlet to the coupler's beer inlet. Connect the CO2 hose from the coupler's gas inlet to the regulator. Attach the regulator to the CO2 line. Be careful not to lose the washer at this step. Always perform the standard monitor before installation. Check the electric system. Check the cooling system. Check the cooler's cover. Recheck the overall cleanliness. Prepare the record, installation report, and equipment loan agreement. Turn off the regulator valve. Turn off the CO2 tank valve. Remove the regulator from the CO2 tank. Be careful not to lose the washer, otherwise the CO2 may leak. Place the regulator back on the CO2 tank. Tighten the regulator joint firmly. Turn on the CO2 tank valve. Turn on the regulator valve. If the CO2 is about to run out, the indicator will move to the red zone of the gauge. Replace the CO2 tank once the indicator reaches the red zone or 200 psi. Do not wait until the CO2 is completely empty because it will affect the beer quality. Wash the keg coupler and beer valve with clean water only. Check and replace O-rings if necessary. Apply Vaseline to lubricate the keg couplers and beer regulators O-rings. The Vaseline should be applied to the specific points only, otherwise the beer might become foamy. Put the keg coupler in place. Put the beer valve in place. Attach the coupler to the keg by removing the keg lid cover. Be careful not to let the particles drop onto the keg lid, otherwise the beer might become foamy. Turn on the beer valve, purge it with clean water, and then release the beer. Turn off the beer valve. Ensure the pressure meet the required standard. Check the functions of all cooler's components. Check the compressor function. Check the fan motor function. Check the pump motor function. Check the wiring system. Check the quality of water in the water bath. Replace the water every 4 weeks or based on the water cleanliness. Close the CO2 line by turning the valve clockwise. Check the gauge to see if the pressure is stable or slightly drops. Turn on the CO2 valve. Fill the cleaning tank with approximately 3 liters of clean water. Add 50 milliliters of chemicals to the tank. Close the lid and shake the tank to mix the chemicals and water. Attach the coupler to the cleaning tank and turn on the beer valve to release some solution. Turn off the beer valve to keep the solution in the system for about 10 to 15 minutes. Turn on the beer valve to drain the solution. Be careful of the CO2 pressure while the solution is about to run out. Fill the cleaning tank with approximately 6 to 7 liters of clean water. Attach the coupler to the cleaning tank filled with clean water. Turn on the beer valve to drain the clean water. Test for the solution residue. If you still smell the solution, wash the tank again with clean water. Turn off the beer valve. Remember, always clean the tank before filling it with clean water. Regularly clean the beer tap and other components. Unplug the cooler. Clean the cooler inside and out. Remove the front cover of the condenser and clean it with soft brush. Clean the pressure gauge. Clean the beer tap. Clean the beer hose, drip tray and gas hose. Clean up the keg storage area. Turn off the regulator valve. Unlock and pull the coupler's lever up. Slide the coupler to remove it from the lid. Remove and clean the lid cover. Place the coupler back to the lid. Press the coupler's lever down until you hear a click sound. Turn on the regulator valve. Caution: the keg should be stored indoor under 25 degrees Celsius. When moving the keg, do not roll or toss it. Otherwise, the beer might become foaming or the keg could be damaged. Quality draft beer from manufacturer to retailer. You know what? There are many secrets of draft beer quality control that you need to know because they can make the beer taste better, make drinkers feel fresh and impressed, and contribute to an increase in the sales. To maintain the cooler's efficiency, turn on the cooler at least 4 hours prior to use and do not turn it off after use. Do not spill water on the cooler. Do not place items near the cooler because doing so will impair the cooling system. Do not move the cooler when it is filled with water. Ensure that the pipe is not clogged. Do not fix or modify the draft beer equipment. Draft beer from the brewery can be kept about 6 months from manufacturing date, but once the keg is opened, the beer should be consumed within 3 to 4 days. The keg should be kept away from light, heat, and area with fluctuating temperatures. Always clean the connectors with clean water when replacing the keg. After you receive the keg, keep it for 12 hours to lower the pressure inside the keg before attaching the coupler. always ditch the first glass of beer every day because it is left over in the beer hose since the previous day. Another secret to the savor of SINGHA draft beer results from quality and care contributed by all waiters, waitresses. Only SINGHA draft beer containers can make SINGHA beer tasty. 350 milliliter beer glass, 3 liter beer tower, 1 liter beer mug. Prepare the glass before pouring the beer. The quality of beer glass is clean, dry, and cold beer glass. To grab the beer glass, grab the handle to avoid contamination with germs and to prevent the beer head and taste from being compromised by your hand temperature. Hold the glass at a 45-degree angle and ensure that it doesn't touch the tap, pouring beer gently and let it flow smoothly into the glass. As you fill a glass halfway, slowly bring it to the upright position and continue filling it up to 70 to 80%. Serve a glass of beer with fascinating soft foam head. Serving beer at the optimum temperature of 2 to 6 degrees Celsius will allow the customer to truly savor the flavor and aroma of beer every time they sip it. And when all qualities are checked, SINGHA draft beer, quality beer recognized by drinkers from across the world, is ready to serve. SINGHA, standards of freshness and happiness.